Hi, I'm Tabitha.
And I'm Mackenzie.
And welcome to Senior Diaries. Today we will be interviewing Angel Pina, who is a senior and is involved with BPA, Business Professionals of America.
Yep.
Former Texas Vice President of the Associates Division, now a candidate for the Executive Council, National Officer.
Okay. Angel, thank you for coming today for our Senior Diaries video podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, first question. As a former Texas of the Associate Division of the organization, what were some...
It's okay.
It's fine.
It's big words for us.
What were some of your key responsibilities, and how did you ensure the team stayed motivated and organized?
Yeah, so I was the state vice president, associate vice president for Business Professionals of America, Texas Association. My duties were to assist the president in directing the work of our organization and preside over meetings in his or her absence. I guess my main goal was to represent the special population students of our organization, which include mental, physical, and socioeconomic challenge students. And I really took pride in being the face of a division that wasn't really represented before I came along and before I ran. There was about maybe a 2 to 3 year drought of no one holding that position. And so when I first came along, I was happy to take on a role that wasn't really represented and wasn't really showcased on the leadership team. So that was my main goal, is to revitalize our division and show that, we're back in the game, we're represented, and that there's a leader that's willing to step up and have the courage to introduce initiatives that will benefit students who don't really have much and who don't really come from a lot, especially like a bunch of students from our school who are socioeconomically disadvantaged and stuff like that. So that was my main goal. That's what I did as the associate vice president. Our state leadership team has 8 state officers, and we're all different positions, but we do the same exact thing. So while the president is the head of our state leadership team, our sergeant at arms does the same exact thing. So that's the good thing about our team, is that we're all working together collectively. It's a bunch of teamwork and a bunch of team building activities, really connecting with 7 other people. So it's great, but it's been great working. I've had the privilege of being on 2 teams. I got elected sophomore year as a state officer, and I re-ran for the same exact position, and I got it again junior year. And so now I'm no longer it anymore, because that's when my term ends. My term ended in February of this year. So yeah.
That'll look good on an application.
An executive council national officer.
Yeah.
Is that like vice president?
So just like we have state officers for BPA, which is what I was, we have national officers for BPA. Yeah. So like you could always be like a chapter level officer, and that's just like at your school, like your local club with BPA. You can run for chapter office, and you could run for regional president. That's the next. We have different levels, right? So like after chapter, you go to regionals, and if you want to run for regional president, then you could run there. At state, there's state officer positions. If you want to run for that, you can run there. And then there's the national level, where you can run for national office. Our national officers are called the Executive Council, and so it's just another word for national officers, but that's what they call them.
You're the final boss. I like that. Anyways, what inspired you to join BPA, and how has your experience in the program shaped your perspective?
Yeah.
Wow, guys. Okay. give me a second. And how has your experience in the program shaped your perspective on business and leadership?
Yeah. So I was a sophomore when Miss Didi randomly talked about BPA because she's our advisor.
Oh, she snatched you off
Yep,
the streets.
she really did. But really, as a sophomore, I was looking to just get more involved. I've always had a passion for being involved in school and extracurriculars and stuff like that. So when I heard of BPA, I was like, oh wait, here's another opportunity for me to be involved with another extracurricular. But so she introduced it to the class. I was instantly interested. I recruited some friends. Let's do this. And so as a sophomore, I ran for state office my first year. It was very scary, but somehow I did it. Somehow I won.
Terrifying.
It was terrifying, but that year was a really interesting year. I came in as a shy sophomore, very quiet, very timid. I was pretty much scared of everything. I didn't have much confidence in myself. I wasn't able to public speak or do anything like that. So I took this journey and I saw it as an initiator for success, for growth. And that's why I really pushed through, because it was scary at first. But I always told myself, like this can be the beginning of something new for you, and a journey of growth. And that's why I took that first step. And so I was able to run for state office. I won. I took on that role. And that first year of my state officer term was full of growth. I learned how to public speak. I learned how to introduce myself. I learned how to shake a hand. And from there, that's when I knew, like, wow, like this organization has truly, truly changed my life. Like, I couldn't see myself before and how I was then. And so I was like, you know what? Let's do this one more time. So I ran again, ran for the same position, won it. And I even got more growth and, more connections, more people. I say one of the best parts about BPA is the people. While it's called Business Professionals of America, I call it the best people around. And it's because, like, the people you meet in an organization, you don't know which connections you will need in the future. And so that's why I take so much pride in getting to know other people in an organization such as BPA. And that's just creating the lifelong connections. And I've met some of my best friends, these people are so inspirational. And so that's why I came back to this organization, because I know just how inspired I can be to be more better than how I was before. And so that goes into the leadership aspect. Like I said, I was a state officer for 2 years. Our leadership program is different. It's different than every other program, I like to say. Not only because we take huge pride in representing every student in the state of Texas. That's through our associate division vice president, and that's really representing every single part of our association. And that's because we truly care about every single student. And so we do that through our leadership roles and leadership initiatives and stuff like that. But I've truly learned as a state officer these past 2 years, the value of servant leadership. I have learned that leadership isn't about managing a team. It's not about it is about getting things done, but most importantly, it's about serving the people that have elected you to your office. And it's more about serving those people before you serve yourself. It's always holding the door, being the last person to enter the room, and putting others before yourself. And to me, that's what servant leadership is. So every leadership role I take on, I now have a vision of what can I do for you, and not what can I do for myself. And so for me, that's one of the best leadership qualities that BPA has taught me, and has allowed me to carry on in life and be a servant leader for others. Because really, I believe that's the true mission of leadership. It's to serve the people that have elected you because they elected you for a reason. And so when you take on that role, you have a huge responsibility to take on those duties and carry out those duties in your office. And so that's what I really value about leadership.
Wait, before you start this next question, I remember, this one BPA trip I went on with them. He was on a stage. I believe you were at the little crab costume.
Yes.
Oh my God. You know how much gut that takes? In front of, the room was filled with hundreds of people.
Yeah.
I would have sweated through my suit.
Yeah, I was. I was sweating through my suit. My suit is just, there's 3 layers to that suit. So I'm always sweating in that suit.
Yeah, the undershirt, the thing.
Yeah. because I have to wear like an undershirt, and then I have to wear the button-up shirt, and then I have to wear the vest, and then I have to wear the blazer. So that's like what, 5 different layers of clothing on me.
With that little crab costume.
And with the crab costume on
those
top.
Those things would be like melting off me. Like,
Yeah,
oh
it was definitely a lot. We have over 14,000 members in the state of Texas with BPA, and our state conference encompasses over 4,000 members. So, yeah, we bring quite the punch to our organization, but it's all about the members. And that's what we like doing. People. Yeah.
You build the credit for that because I can't do that still.
It's a lot. Huh. It is a lot.
That just gives me like a little mini heart attack.
But it's growth. It's growth. And
growth
it's good.
for sure. Oh, wow. Growth for sure.
Yeah.
I can't do it in front of 100 people. He saw me start sweating. I started sweating through my dress for the scholarship thing.
Yeah, and you know, the crazy part is like the thing with public speaking is something that I've realized, because I used to be horrible at it. In fact, my first state officer speech, which I somehow won, I went up because I was confident in myself. I had the speech memorized, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go to the podium without anything. Just my speech memorized in my head. I'm like, okay, I got this. I go to the podium. I'm saying the speech. 15 seconds in, I froze, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I literally stand there in silence for 15 long seconds in front of everyone, in silence, frozen. And I'm like, okay. So I just get off stage, and that was my first ever like huge like public speaking experience. And so I say that to say, even now, I can successfully public speak, but I will always have that feeling right before I go on, like, oh my gosh, I'm so scared, and like, what if I mess up? What if I do this? And I feel like there's like a negative stigma towards like public speaking, that you have to be so perfect and that you can't make no mistakes and everything like that. And the journey of growth towards public speaking is just going out there, making those mistakes, and seeing how you can progress from those. And it's just practicing. Practice. If I was not forced to go out in front of people and give presentations in front of a lot of people, I would not be as good as I am today. Forced. So, yeah, as a state officer, we do a bunch of presentations.
Miss Stevie got a hold of him.
Yeah, so, it's all about just recognizing the fact that you're never going to get over it. It's always going to be scary. It's always and that's the sad truth. I would love to say it gets easier, but in fact it doesn't, because the more people that are in the crowd, the more scarier it's going to be. So you're always going to have that fear of just, oh my gosh, what if I fumble? What if I mess up? What if I freeze? Like, but it's just about coping with it and being like, okay, staying calm. I always say, because like when people tell me like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about my speech, I'm like, just take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, because it really does help with like your nerves and everything like that. Also self-reflecting and just seeing how far you made it.
BPA offers a wide range of opportunities. What's one of the most valuable skills you've gained from the program, and how have you applied it in our school or everyday life?
If you want a different question, we can move on.
No, that's a good question. I would have to say, of course, like leadership. Really, that's the main thing I've taken away from BPA. It's how to be a leader and how to make tangible and impactful change. For me, it's seeing, like I said, with servant leadership, how can I serve you and how can I make your experience better than it was before? And so I've been able to take those skills that I've gained in BPA and apply it to our school community, whether that has been through student council, where I serve as the student body president, where I've been able to actually initiate inaugural events such as our Hispanic Heritage Month Assembly. For me, those events are signifying what I've learned in BPA and taking those skills and applying it to my local community. It has been quite challenging to initiate all these events and everything like that, and fundraisers and stuff. But I take my skill set, such as managing people and doing what you're told to do, and just making sure that you are up to the task, and there's certain deadlines and there's certain time commitments. As long as you get those done in a timely manner, then you'll be fine. But that's what I have been happily able to apply to our local school community. if it was not for BPA, my prior experience in BPA, I don't know how I would be able to serve in an elected student role here at Bradsport, because it's easier said than done. As if you can always have a position, but like, what are you gonna do with it, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's like you can join as many organizations as you want. You could be president of many organizations as you want, but how are you going to make an impact in the organization that you serve? And for me, that was one of my growth moments of my high school journey, because I wanted to be president of everything and I wanted to do all this and this and that. But I had a point where I realized, if I want to be remembered for my legacy here at Bradsport, am I going to be remembered more by creating so much impact in one organization, or doing so much in other organizations and having that impact spread out and being less noticeable? I mean, yeah, less noticeable. And so I was like, you know what? I'd rather just go with one organization, pull my full effort into that organization, and really go out there and change and innovate our student council. And that's what I did. And so I was really happy that BPA gave me the skills to do that.
How do you balance your responsibilities, and what strategies help you stay productive?
Yeah, so it is a lot. Not gonna lie, it's a lot. A lot of late nights, a lot of early mornings, a lot of missed friend time, hanging out time, weekends. It is a lot, but I prioritize what's really beneficial to me, and knowing that to have a schedule is very important. And for me, I like all my days planned out, everything from the morning until I go to sleep. And that's just me being like the organizational person that I am. My planner is my everything. It's literally my heart. I love my planner so much.
I've tried planners. Oh my God. Like, I literally have such a fancy one. It's sitting on the nightstand.
Well, I use my iPad. I have an iPad, and then I literally get those like free PDF like planner versions, and I just import them
You
into
use, like, the pretty ones and all that?
It's not really pretty. It's just like a blank document with a bunch of
Oh.
boxes. But like it's just a simple planner, and then like for every day, whether if I scheduled a meeting or visit with someone, or like just anything, like any assignments that I have due, I just make sure I put it in the planner. And then as the days go on, I'm like, okay, I need to do this day. Okay, let me get this done first so I can go on to the next assignment or the next activity, whatever. So that planner has saved my life so much. And when I tell you senioritis is hitting so bad right now, I'm seriously trying. Like, when I tell you, like, last night, I was supposed to be doing some assignments. Tell me why I was like more focused on my senior pictures and like editing them, and I was like, I shouldn't be doing this right now. I should be focusing on my
We're
assignments.
self-aware, but not that self-aware.
Yeah.
Right?
Not gonna lie, yeah, senioritis right now is hitting so hard, so it's taking everything in me to actually be as determined as I was before, as I started senior year. So yeah, I'm just trying to stay focused. I'm just trying to stay focused.
Like a CEO of like a big company.
Oh.
Like, literally, like, I'm hearing you talking like meetings. What? Bro knows everyone.
Oh my. No, not everyone. Hopefully one day I will. Hopefully one day.
What is a project or competition or event that you've worked on in BPA that you're especially proud of, and what impact did it have on you or others?
As in terms of like competition, we do have our competitive events program. It's kind of like UIL, but BPA is kind of like UIL, where you like compete and you move on to the next level, everything like that. My competitive event this year was presentation individual, and basically what it is, I just we were given at the start of the year in a topic of what we're supposed to create our presentation on, and it was about CTSOs and organizations like BPA, such as FFA, FCCLA, TAFE, HOSA, all those organizations that are CTE and our student organizations, and how they play a role in the success of high schoolers and stuff like that, and what they bring to the table as an organization. And so that was a topic that I was supposed to present on. So I was supposed to make a presentation. I believe it's 7 to 10 minute presentation, and I'm supposed to present that presentation in front of a panel of judges. That's all my competition. And so this year I really enjoyed it because I was able to talk about BPA, and like as a state officer, I already know so much about BPA. So I was like, okay, this is light work. This should be light work. So I went to regionals, got first place, and then I went to state, got first place. And so now I'm a national qualifier in that competition. And so we'll see what happens at nationals. But I really enjoyed this presentation because it allowed me to reflect on my journey within BPA and how I've grown so much. Because I'm supposed to kind of look at this presentation of trying to persuade someone to join our organization. And so I did a bunch of self-reflecting on like how far I've come and the growth that I've been able to possess. And that's really what I liked about that presentation and what I was able to bring to this organization and how I wanted to excel me in the future. And so the presentation was fun. I know to some people it sounds so boring, but knowing that I have been able to speak to other people and meet new people, that's what BP is all about. And so that's what I really liked about my competition.
Can you share a moment or experience in BPA that really challenged you and how you overcame it?
Okay, I have a very recent one. So in order to be a national candidate, we have to pass our state primaries because we can't have so many people running for nationals every year. So what they do is it's just like a presidential election where each state elects their 2 candidates. Each state is only allowed to send a maximum of 2 candidates to run for national office. And so Texas, the way we do it is because our state leadership conference is right before the national deadline to submit your application, we had to do an online election. And so what this was is all the candidates that wanted to run for nationals from the state of Texas, you have to go through this election process first in order to be certified as an actual candidate for national office. And so it was me and 2 other people. So it was just 3 of us in total. And only 2 of us get elected. And so we sent in our applications. It was like we had a recorded speech, a 30-second video, social media responses, stuff like that. And so they put us out on the website, and turns out I won one of the spots, so I'm one of the 2 candidates. And so we go to state, and I believe, so because I'm a state officer, I go to state a few days before everyone else goes in because I have to plan, I have to set up the stage, do all the planning and last minute planning, stuff like that. And so I believe we leave Sunday morning to go to state. And Friday night, Friday before that Sunday, Friday night at 11:59 p.m., that's when I get the email that I won one of the spots. And the crazy thing about this, though, is that even though you already won the spot, you still have to go to state and give your speech and do the campaign rally, even though you already won your spot. It's just kind of like a meet and greet. So you already.
But what if you lose there? Like, what are they gonna do? Are they gonna be like, you suck?
No, you can't lose there because you're already like elected. You already have the spot. So it's just like a meet and greet. There's no voting involved or anything. You're just basically showing off your campaign, and that's it. Because you save it for nationals, and that's where they vote for you there because you're already a candidate from Texas. So it's I get the notification 11:59, and I have to leave Sunday morning, might add, and I had to prepare a whole campaign in less than 24 hours. So I literally, once I got that notification, I went on Canva, designed my whole campaign, started like designing all these flyers, my business cards, everything. And I probably got like three hours of sleep. And so the next morning at 7 a.m., because I believe I went to sleep around like maybe 4 a.m., because that was after I was done designing all the Canva stuff. And so I went to sleep, woke up at 7 a.m. for a haircut, and I was like, okay, gotta go get this haircut. And so once I got done with the haircut, I went straight to the stores. I went to Walmart, Office Depot, Target, everything to get all my stuff for this whole campaign. And so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I was running off of one Crispito from Buc-ee's and one Alani. And so I was like, I have to get this done today, because if I don't get it done today, I don't know how I'm going to get it done, because I'll be in Dallas. I won't be home. I won't be able to prepare for anything.
A feral shaking dog.
Literally, that was like literally me the whole time. I don't know how I got through it, but my main priority that day was just to get all the stuff, just to buy all the stuff, because I can take it all to Dallas and prepare everything there and like put everything together there. And that's what I did. So like my main goal was just to get everything. Oh, and on top of that day I had my birthday dinner, and I was like,
wow.
And when I was seriously contemplating of like canceling the dinner.
My birthday can wait.
Yeah, my birthday can wait, but like this can't. So, but I somehow still had it, and then I had to go to a movie after, and it was just crazy. But, yeah, that was my main goal. I achieved the goal. I bought everything I needed, and so I just took everything to stay, prepared everything over there. And so that was probably a very challenging thing to be like throughout my BPA journey, because it was a lot. Like getting your whole campaign ready in less than 24 hours was a lot. And
on
it
barely
was
sleep and barely food.
Yeah,
I would be dead.
barely had sleep. When I tell you, once that dinner hit my spot, I was like, yep, gotta eat, because I was so hungry. I was running off of one Crispito. I was like, okay.
I was taking like cat naps everywhere. Like you see me just.
I was taking everything in me not to fall asleep. But
How do you see the skills
Uh-huh.
and experiences from BPA helping you in your future career or your college aspirations?
yeah, so thank you. So I'm really excited for my future because BPA has prepared me so much. I will be attending the University of Texas at Austin, Macomb School of Business. And so I'm really excited to start there and really meet new people. And I like to say the good thing about Macomb's is that a bunch of people from BPA, a bunch of seniors in BPA are going to Macomb's. So I'm like, okay, so this is BPA, like, but just permanent, like, because I'm going to see them every day. So I'm like,
I really have to like these people.
yeah. So yeah, like I already know some people that are going there. And so that's what I like about BPA that has prepared me so much about my future career and college, is that the people that I've met are lifelong connections for the future. And so, and that's a key example, is that I'm going to Macomb's, and I already know people that are going there. In fact, one of the state officers, he's also going to Macomb's as well, and he scheduled the same day orientation as me. So I'm really excited to like see a bunch of people that I already know, but also meet new other people, and just gain those other connections. I've been able to meet so many people in BPA, and so those connections have allowed me to be inspired by what they have achieved. I know someone who's going to Harvard. Like I know someone, she's already at Harvard. She's in her first year right now, but she's going on her second year. And so her name's Andrea Moreno. She was our state secretary last year. She's from El Paso. And she has really been a big inspiration about my future college aspirations and what I want to do in the future. And so having people like her in BPA and being inspired by them is what challenges me to excel in my career and excel in my college life. So I want to be an immigration lawyer in the future, or
Nice.
maybe like in the very, very far future, maybe run for like political office or something. But it's the skills that I've gained and the connections that I made in BPA have allowed me to see what I can do in the future, and really take those chances and gain those opportunities, those networking opportunities, those career opportunities. They've been all worth the while for sure.
Curious, like, beyond BPA and school, what are some of your personal interests or hobbies that help you balance?
Yeah, so I would say like mental health is very important for me, because I know that it can be a lot like balancing so much stuff. And so you have to have something that makes you happy, like outside of everything else. Because although this is fun, to me this is fun. it can be challenging sometimes, and sometimes it can be a lot. It can be too much to handle. And so I like to do different stuff that's really different from BPA. That's really different from schoolwork and stuff like that. I really enjoy photography. I actually have a photography business, but I enjoy this as a hobby, really, just because it allows me to get creative and just like my creative side out of me. I would like to say I'm a really bland person. I like black and white. I don't like color. Um, I'm a really bland person, and so like photography allows me to branch out of that blandness and go into my creative side. And just like taking pictures of like creative poses and creative sceneries and different sceneries and editing everything and applying to different filters and stuff like that. That's just like really, I have a digicam. Like I love taking my digicam everywhere. My digital camera, like it has so many pictures on it, and just capturing every single memory that, especially senior year, now that it's our last year of high school, I have made it my mission to really capture every single moment. And just because I know like this year is going by so fast, and we're not gonna relive it anytime soon. So it's
like a month and like a couple of days.
Yes, it's a lot, yeah. And so I've really liked just capturing photos with friends, stuff like that. I like to like on social media. I like to like make my life feel aesthetic, although it's not. It's not aesthetic at all.
Wow, wait to sell yourself.
I really like just like editing photos, putting collages together on Instagram, posting them to like aesthetic music and stuff like that. I love sunsets and sunrises. They're the best. For me, they just like signify like some sense of like calmness in my life. And although that's like very cliche to say, my life is very busy. So like when I go see a sunset or a sunrise, go to the beach, like that is just so calming to me because I can just relax and just chill out and just enjoy nature. But other than that, also just hanging around with my family. Like although my family are my family, they are quite characters. So
They're quite characters.
I enjoy like just being around them and just making sure that we have each other and just soaking in every moment with them. Especially now that I won't be here in the next few months because of college and stuff. It's gonna be. I'm gonna say it's gonna be quite a challenge for me to adjust to the college life without my mom and without my family. But knowing that I have a few more months left with them, I'm gonna be soaking in every moment, especially this summer, because really that's all who we have. We have our friends, we have mentors and everything like that, but really our family is our home, and making sure that we have those good connections is very important.
What leadership qualities do you think are most important for success in business, and how do you work on developing those in yourself? That's number 9.
I would say I do think, like I previously said, servant leadership is very important. When serving the constituents that have elected you to your office, that's very important in leadership. But I would also have to say your determination is what really sets you apart from other leaders. And that's because you can have so many positions, but you don't really do anything with them. And so when you have the determination to take one position and really do your best in it, and really just make the most impact that you can make with that one position is highly important to me. There are so many opportunities in the business world, especially where I'm going to the Macomb School of Business. It's one of the top business schools in the nation. And so these opportunities that students are getting at this business school is very diverse, and it's very, it allows students to seek those opportunities in the professional world. And so knowing that once you get one opportunity, you could take that opportunity and run with it. And that is just the true definition of determination, because there's going to be so many hurdles, so many roadblocks, so many adversities that you're going to face. But for me, my leadership journey is all about taking those roadblocks and turning them into opportunities for growth or excellence in what you do to serve the people around you. And so knowing that there is work to be done and doing the work that is needed so that the people that you represent feel happy in the roles, because you want to lead people, but you want to make sure that they're happy with you and know that they can confide in you, that they can trust in you. And so for me, that's one of the best qualities that can be in a leader, especially in the business world, as the business world is constantly evolving, just like technology, AI, stuff like that. Our government, it is always evolving, and there's always new stuff coming in every year. Like there's so many different trends and stuff like that that is seeking new people to take them on. And so whenever those new opportunities come, it's time for you to seize them. And so whenever you seize them, it's just run with it. For me, like, it's just putting yourself out there and knowing that bad stuff can happen from this. But if you have the courage to go on and just do it and say, you know what, if I fail, I fail. But if this is successful, then you know what, that's probably good as well. So just having that determination and just going for it.
If you could give advice to a new BPA member or someone considered joining, what would you say about making the most of this experience?
It's kind of the same question as the previous one. I would have to, I mean, no, answer. Sorry, not question, answer. But go for it. If it wasn't for me stepping out of my comfort zone and going on that stage the very, very first time, and if it wasn't for me messing up, I would not be where I am today. And so knowing that you are going to fail, it's inevitable. You're going to fail. And that's one of the hard things about just life in general. Like everything you do, every opportunity you take on, every job you take on, everything you take on in this lifetime, you're going to fail at. And so for me, it's been in this journey, it's all about taking those failures and turning them into opportunities for growth. Because the day that you give up is the day that you give up is the birth of regret. And that's one of the best quotes I've ever heard. It's because
Wow.
because
that was deep.
that is
hurt. I was like, wow.
and when someone said that quote, I was like, wow, like, because I was able to like self-reflect on my own journey, and I was like, wow, like, how have I not given up? And it's because
I was like, wow. Rebirth. And I was like, oh, thanks. Like, you just unlocked something.
Yeah. And it's like, for me, like, it's true. Like, there has been so many times where I wanted to give up, and I was like, this is so beyond me. Like, this is not for me. Like, I'm not up to par to do this. I'm not and it's because we compare ourselves to other people. And although people say like, oh, I will never compare myself to them, that's impossible. Like, you're lying if you're saying that. Like, that's naturally our mindset of every teenager. Like, we're going to compare ourselves to others. And so for me, it's all about getting away from that and knowing that I am my own person. I'm my own individual. I'm unique. And what I bring to the table is very distinctive in its own way. And knowing that everyone brings something different to the table. And that's why everyone is important. And that's why everyone should be valued, seen, and heard. And so knowing what you can bring to the table in BPA, that is what's most important, because when you know what you excel in, when you know what you're good at, you're able to contribute those skills to the skill set to your team. And so but yeah, just knowing that you're gonna fail, like, it's okay. Like, we've all failed. Like, it's so natural. Like, I think the most cringiest thing is when people fail and they're like, they get so mad and they get so beat up about it. And I'm like, it's natural, dude. Like, you're gonna fail. Like, for me, like, your character, when your character truly comes out, it's when you fail. And because you either have two options, you're going to give up or you're going to keep on going. And so something that my mom has always told me is like, when something bad happens or when something sad happens, cry about it for one day. One day, just full on, just cry and yeep and yap and do your yapping sessions and everything like that. But move on. Like, after that one day, just move on. Like, you have so many things ahead of you, and that's for everyone. Like, everyone at our school has so much potential, like, to go on and do great things. And that's what I love about like being class president, because I've been able to see so many like different skills in so many of our senior class members, and like knowing like the future that our seniors are able to contribute to and the communities that they'll be able to impact one day is truly life-changing. And so when you see those different skill sets in those different people and you admire them, then that's when you are able to celebrate them and also celebrate yourself as well. And so that's what's really important about BPA is just taking those once in a lifetime opportunities, seizing every moment and capturing every moment and knowing that you have the opportunity to excel in this organization and truly change your life for the better. And so that's what I enjoy about BPA. And that's the best advice that I would give to any member, because at the end of the day, every single member joins BPA for a reason, and that is to excel their future professionally. And so by taking those once in a lifetime opportunities and seizing the moment and just going, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. That's the best advice I would give.
Okay. Thank you for joining us on our podcast.
Thank you all for joining us. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.
Hit the thumbs up. Bye.